Ah. 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 Yes. Fine. Goodbye. You too. Well, that's coming along. That was my mom. She's kind of pissed that I'm skipping out on a week of chores to go visit South Dakota, which will be awesome. I think being in South Dakota makes a person more evil. That's why Amber and I are so successful in being evil. You know what I think? The less busy a person is, the more evil they are, because the more time they have to think about, oh, well, I'm not doing anything, maybe I can go do something that takes over the world, or something evil. And I think South Dakota is a place where people, not like Joseph Leopold, who works on a farm all day and night, and is therefore rather pretty good. Like, I was bored a lot, and that's how I got so evil. Amber too, I think. You know, this is my first video blog, trying to be, I don't know, it's inspired by Dr. Horrible. I'm not trying to be him per se. A lot of the things that he is, I'm trying to be. We are trying to be. Me and Amber and our cohort, Nick, who is pretty awesome. And now looking at myself on the camera, I realize I'm not very evilly dressed. I mean, look at me. Green polo, no awesome goggles or helmet or even sideways cap. I guess I got the mustache. The mustache can be pretty evil. If you want to look evil, just grow a mustache. You never really need all that much costuming for if you have a mustache or a beard. If you have a big old, like, windy little, I can't grow one of those. I would if I could. It's a good way to go. It's a great way to get started. And I think the more facial hair you have, the evil you get, or the more recognizable your facial hair. Not to compare myself to Hitler, but look at Hitler. He has like about the most. Stalin, they all have super, like, if you see their mustache, you're like, oh, that's Hitler, that's Stalin. I don't even think anyone knows the rest of Hitler's face. They just kind of see that rectangular mustache and they're like, oh, that's Hitler. Like, I don't know any other of Hitler's body. I wouldn't be able to recognize him without that mustache. And so, that's why you want to start being evil. You just grow out some facial hair. And if you can't, just start shaving what you don't have, and I swear it'll grow. It'll just, until you don't know what to do with it. That's why I don't shave. Emails. We got a lot of emails this week, even though it's our first show. Don't know how that happened. But, nice pervert. Here's one. Voldemort 9020 asks, are you sure about taking a girlfriend now? Let's see, talks about Spider-Man and oh gosh, come on, okay. I'm not worried that my girlfriend is going to get killed in the crossfire. First of all, Amber's on my team, she's evil, she has at least as many evil powers as I have. Superheroes are not supervillains, quite honestly. There are so many differences between a superhero and a supervillain. Like, supervillains, like, the difference between me and Spider-Man is that Spider-Man is a tool. I think that about sums it up. Spider-Man works harder than anyone in New York City. Literally, if you consider, like, the formula for work, he is, like, swinging off buildings. No one does that. And he doesn't get paid for it at all. He saves New York City. He is, like, they couldn't live without him. They'd all be dead without him. There's, like, thousands of people who would be dead if Spider-Man wasn't alive. Plus, all the supervillains he kills, they freaking owe him, I think, millions of dollars. And I'm not ripping on Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool, but he's a tool. He works 2 jobs and still has a really shitty apartment. Nobody likes him unless he's in the costume, saving people, and then they're like, see, a friendly neighborhood Supervillains aren't like that. See, a supervillain puts in this much effort, this much work, and reaps all the rewards, because he's basically using other people as tools and not the other way around. And also, the police don't just go after people and capture them. That's supervillains, actually. Superheroes have to worry about supervillains. Supervillains don't always have to worry about superheroes being all dishonorable, and I don't think that they're going to try and get to me through Amber, unless they're actually after Amber anyway, which they probably would be. Amber is a really brilliant evil mastermind, I think. So, I think it's fine. Oh, isn't that interesting? Hey, dumbass. Sarcasm. That's it. I don't like him. Not one bit. All these people are... Okay. I don't think any of you try and... Like, look at him. What superpowers do you have? Okay, you don't freaking need to have superpowers to be a supervillain. Most superheroes need... Batman doesn't even need... But, look, Lex Luthor, the Joker, freaking amazing supervillains, okay? And they don't have any superpowers. The Joker's just like, oh, check it out, you can't touch this. He's just like super badass. And Lex Luthor is like, oh, I got so much money and I'm gonna own you. I guess I don't have money. Supervillains need money. Although, look at the Joker burned all his money because he just knows that he's eviler than money, which is not an easy thing to do. That's pretty incredible of him. Like, I don't think I need superpowers in order to take over the world. I think superheroes are more the ones that need powers because they have no one on their side. They have to be the one person fighting the entire tide. But supervillains, they're like, oh, well, I'm going to raise an army, or I'm going to have everyone help me, or I'm going to get henchmen and evil tools and animals and however they go about doing it. And basically, supervillains don't have to worry about actually having powers. So, thanks a lot, Wayne Raptor, for believing in me. What a stupid name. Shoot, my milk's out.